evening, good morning, whatever time you are watching this. Welcome back or welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. This is Kristen, and we have been going through different countries with the universal Yum snack box that my family has been trying out for the last almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years this September 2021. This is the book that I'm using. It's Paper Studios book. I have already completed, well, I won't say completed because I am going back to add things, but I have already completed 4 pages of Greece, which was our first country. I've completed, all of these will be mounted on cardstock. They're on like a thinner paper right now, or most of them are. We went to Austria, and there's 4 pages of that. And if you have not watched any of these, I am just using the color from the country's flags for the predominant amount of layering, inking, and embellish. We went to Spain in November of 2019. And when I say we went, I mean we went to my mom's house and we had snacks from these Yum boxes. So we have had a great time. We have tried some really cool things. Okay, here we go. And then after this, hold on now. I've realized now that I have messed things up here. Here we go. Okay. And then we had a holiday adventure. So we went to 13 different countries and tried 13 different snacks. These are just pages I've already done. They're previous videos I've done. And then I skipped and did we went to Spain twice, and I went ahead and did that when I did the first one, but this is just from a month ago in 2021. So these are the ones that I have completed already, and there are other YouTube videos with more details about everything on these pages. So in January of 2020, our next adventure after the holiday box was Poland. And here is our Yum box little booklet. I was originally going to cut these up and put these in the book with the pages, but I've decided that I'm going to do something with these to where they're all together, kind of like their own little book, and maybe, I'm not sure what more than that, but anyway, there is that. And here is the first page. The group that I am with on Facebook and now on another site is scrapbookingwithanmarie.com, and today she's been doing a word a day challenge to where you will make a page that is either inspired by a word, or the word is on the page, or something along those lines. So today's word was reflection, which made me pull out these neat little mirrored, they're just little circles, and then I got these shiny stars that were red and silver. And my family had Polish sausage and Polish potato salad. So this is my sister opening up the box. The flag is red and white. And this is just a Recollections brand, has a bunch of different flags on one sheet of stickers, and so I've been using those on any one of the countries that we've done that had one. And then I just write the country somewhere on the first page. This is literally a cutout from where I did hexagons for another page previously in the book. I kept the negative and trimmed out the excess pieces for the most part. And I just really love the way it looks. I've seen a few videos or tutorials or layouts on like Pinterest or Facebook with the kind of beehive honeycomb kind of thing, and I think it looks really cool. So that's why I did that. And then this is kind of like a Doily, but it's really just like a hole punch little piece of paper. I've used that at least 2 or 3 times. Just this one, it was a square this big. I've used it at least twice, maybe 3 times on this, just this one set of pages. Every page has this piece of washi tape. I cut this one in half and kind of made a little angle out of it. It says life is an adventure. It is Paper Studios washi tape. I'm also using these little globes. There are 3 on every page. So red and white all over here. This is Project Life paper. The little cameras on it was so cool. This paper right here is has some like writing on it, and that came from this Park Lane Maps, Text, and Ledgers, and it is a really neat book, and you will see a lot of this throughout my pages. All right, page number 2. I did a lot more layering. This is from a Paper Studios. It's like Disney-esque kind of colors, like bright reds and yellows and blues, and I really loved it, and I bought a second one when they went on clearance. So I pulled this out because it was shiny, kind of went with the reflections, as well as these 2 little, they are tag makers, and you're supposed to put something in them. I just think they're really neat, just left open like this on the page. I've had these for, I don't know, 5 years or more, and oh look, this is 2006. So yeah, I have never used them. I have another box of longer ones. I've never used them. I just opened the box, so I thought this was a great way to use it. These little maps that are sticking out around here are from the Maps, Text, and Ledgers paper I just showed you. This was something I cut out on my Cricut a long time ago, and it didn't fit the picture I wanted it for, so I just tucked it away, and I pulled it out and used it for this. And here is another part of that. Like I said, one piece, it was this big. So here's another part of that, and I think there's one more piece of it somewhere. That is number 2. Here is the 3rd page. This stuff is called Monster Munch. And so I matted it. Normally I only stick with like the general colors from the flag, and sometimes I'll add like the neutrals, blacks and whites, a little off-white just to give it a little bit extra color, or a little, you know, so the layering is not just red, white, red, white, red, white. But for this, because it was Monster Munch, I got some Halloween paper that has these little ghosts and goblins all around it. I grabbed this Jolie's sticker and stuck it on there just to add a little extra fun on the page. And here are some more of those little pieces of the map that I just tuck in there. Most of this paper is American Crafts. Almost all of this paper is American Crafts. This little strip right here of paper is pretty red. It's Simple Stories. That's American Craft. That's more of the star paper that I had showed you, I pointed out earlier. And then of course I have tons of scraps in my collection, so I just stick that stuff in there. And this little piece right here is actually like those cards, the cut aparts, and it's American Crafts. I think it's Garden Party. I'm not a huge floral person, so like this little bit of floral right here, I'm good with. And on this paper that lines this side of my sun, it says, I love you more today than yesterday, but not as much as tomorrow. Although I covered part of tomorrow up, it's still true. All right, page 4. This is paper I got from a Facebook marketplace. It was just in a pile of papers that somebody was selling. This is a gold doily that I have had for a long time, in like a pack of doilies. I didn't even know I had them, and I was watching someone, I think it was Grace Tolman, was using doilies as one of her scrapping your stash, and I was like, oh, I don't have any of those. And then I just happened to be going through one of the many bins of things in my room and found them, and I was like, oh. So I was determined to use one, and so there it is. And here is the rest I'm not kidding, this piece of white with the little holes was probably the size of this red paper or a little smaller. And I just took this top part of it and trimmed it into 2 other pieces. So I like to extend the life of everything I have. So here is the washing. I just layered this up, added a little bit of the maps from the Maps Text and Ledgers. Double matted or triple matted most of these on black and white, and then the red, and I will go back and add more adhesive later. I just want to make sure everything is where I want it and I don't have more things to tuck in. And last but not least, my final page for Poland. This is from the Maps Text and Ledgers, and I will write the date that we went to Poland, and I will probably write on here some of the little notes about favorite things. We played phase 10 when our snacking was over. Here is the carnage from when we ate everything in the empty packages. And we had a fantastic time. I used the star paper from that Paper Studios book, and I cut some out and put them on here. This one is here, and I'll be honest with you, because somehow a little buggy walked across my paper and I didn't realize it was a bug, and I went to dust off what I thought was just a little piece of paper or something, and I killed the bug. So there's a little dead bug guts under there. Ew, yuck. So this backing right here on the very back is that Maps Text and Ledgers again, and this are Project Life cards. They're just the plain. They have some texture to them though. And this is just 2 pieces of paper that I cut in half and layered here for a little bit of dimension and texture. Made some banners with just pieces of scraps that were left over. And there you have it. That is the 5 pages that I worked on today and completed. I will go back and add a few little extra embellishments, some journaling, and any other little things that I come across. But I'm really excited about using some of these things that have been in my stash for years and years. I've enjoyed working with these pages, and our next adventure will lead us to France. So Poland was one of our favorites. Like, most everything was something we liked. There were a couple of yucks, but for the most part they were all pretty yummy. France will bring lots of happy faces with some interesting sweets and chips, and some crazy people in my family. I look forward to this. Obviously not everything was good. I think these were like mushroom chips. Yep, yuck. And some extremely dark chocolate. So this will be fun to go back and remember. I'm really hungry for French onion soup and quiche right now. So please come back and see me again. I am so excited to continue and go on to Scrapbook France next. And I hope that you all have had a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And I hope to see you again very soon. Have a great night or a great day, wonderful week, and happy scrapping.